Elections are absolutely essential part of democratic life, but they're often very difficult to organise. They involve the complex management of laws, of people, of technology and resources. It's vitally important that these resources are therefore used most cost efficiently. This website features the leading research, consultancy opportunities, training courses and news about the management of elections that will be of interest to practitioners, policymakers and legislators around the world. The research featured on the website shows how using performance standards can improve the quality of elections and electoral administration. It shows how centralising electoral management can have both positive but also negative effects in terms of the running of elections. And it also shows how using poll worker surveys can increase the accountability of the electoral process. We offer consultancy services which might include impact assessments of proposed reforms or reforms that have just happened, evaluations of elections, literature reviews or surveys perhaps of your own staff. We also offer bespoke training courses on electoral integrity and electoral management that will be of interest to those that run elections, legislators, civil society organisations or just undergraduate or postgraduate students that are interested in this as a subject of study. They can affect an individual's right to vote. They are important because they can affect the confidence we have in the electoral process, and they do sometimes, in extreme cases, also lead to electoral violence. So while elections are actually usually conducted to a very high standard, things can go wrong. It might involve queues at polling stations, which mean that people are deterred from casting their vote, low registration rates, or it might involve vulnerabilities for electoral fraud. An enormous volume of resources are spent running elections or helping other countries to run elections. So for example, the United Kingdom spends on average around £150 million each year administering electoral contests. Meanwhile, the UNDP had a budget of $750 million for 2015 to spend on democratic governance projects. Much of that was also spent on electoral assistance around the world. If you take Brazil as an example, in 2014 there were over 500,000 electronic polling stations that needed to be organised. It involved the management of 2.5 million polling officials all on one day. We have experience of working with organisations like the UK Electoral Commission, International IDEA, the Venice Commission, Parliamentary Select Committees and a range of other civil society organisations that play a role in the democratic process.